Don't feel guilty. Cleansing the energy within and around me. Connecting to my angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Ashe, thank you for the messages. Extending gratitude for everything. All right. I don't even know which deck I want to use. But some of you guys, you're outgrowing a lot of things. You're moving on for people. Let's see. But you're moving on from people, you're outgrowing situations, and for some reason, when I was going live and I was getting into the energy of preparing to do a reading, the energy that came over me was guilt. So I'm like, damn, maybe the collective needs to hear a message that surrounds guilt. Of course, many more messages, but some of you guys feel like people need closure. You could subconsciously feel that way. See, sometimes you don't really know who you are because sometimes you think you would be a certain way, or you would think you won't do something, or you just don't see certain things within yourself or know, right? But I feel like you're going to figure it out. You're going to figure it out. It's been a long journey, right? But I feel like you've been resilient. And I don't know why I thought of compliant, but you've been still grateful, generous. So don't feel guilty. This is a time to feel really good. There's a fresh start here. There's an opportunity for creation, a birth of something. 333, 1111. See, there's also a financial opportunity here. Ooh, this is generational wealth. Growth, something tangible, an opportunity. Yeah, this can be within different areas of your life, whether it's personal, professional, whatever it may be. I'm seeing that you're going to be receiving public recognition. Some of you guys are going to get married, or a marriage could be very significant. I'm seeing you at like happier times. Some of you guys could be experiencing this now. Others of you, this for sure is coming. For some, it's around the corner. I think this screen is dark. Oop, it's kind of really bright. I'm just gonna keep it like that. Well, let me. Oop, I just brought it down. Okay, I'm gonna keep it. Okay. But yeah, don't feel guilty for becoming emotionally withdrawn or detached. A lot of times we don't choose to be in that energy. A lot of times people push us into that space. And by all means, for my ones that take accountability, you can see this as a mirroring effect and what you need to work on, right? But other than that, you're just And it's funny how I mentioned that because now the temperance is here. So I feel like you guys are really coming into a more peaceful, balanced, serene life and timeline. And I'm picking up on other areas of your life being in the same energy. I feel like you went from carrying burden, stressed, feeling poor or abandoned, left out in the cold. But then you started getting ideas, you started experiencing, learning, and then you just had to walk away. So I feel like these things happened in the order and aspects of your life that it was probably like similar to fate or destiny, like something that's inevitable, especially based on your choices and awareness. So I feel like you've learned a few lessons by bumping your head, right? You were a passionate individual. Your mind was always searching for more. Maybe that was just who you were. You're an intellectual, right? You're a thinker. You're a communicator. Could have thought yourself into indecision or, just indecision, right? Your mind playing tricks on you, right? People being deceptive when it comes to finances, right? Lump sums of money. But I feel like balance has to be restored. And with who you are, I feel like you kept having faith. You were being optimistic. Yeah, this is going to be a time of rejuvenation. I feel like growth is here. Justice is here. A new you, a birth of a new you, creation of a business, creation of anything is very significant. And I feel like you're putting an end to a lot of addictions, obsessions, low vibrational energy, toxicity. Some of you guys are doing the shadow work. Others of you, you're still entertaining and indulging in things that you know is not good for you. And you need to let this go and release this. Or for others of y'all, whatever you need to release and let go, you're being encouraged to do now if you haven't already. Okay, I feel like this is a time that some of you guys are resting. This is a time for rest, especially mental rest. But your ships are coming in. I'm saying move forward if you're not already. Yeah, whatever you do, move forward. Keep going. And I feel like you're going to get some type of clarity or truth as well. I told you, yep. Y'all done went through a lot of loss and hardship. You being a curious individual, maybe you reacted out of haste, emotion, whatever the case may be. And you were carrying loads of things that you could have put down, right? But now you're closing out chapters in your life, and I feel like you're being encouraged to stand your ground. Some of you guys could be a bit protective or defensive or territorial, or maybe you've experienced this. Yeah. You could be working on something. Some of you guys could be perfecting your crafts, or you could be perfecting your intuition, or whatever the case may be. But I feel like you've entered a period of like a death and a rebirth. But I feel like now it's not starting over from scratch. It's not starting over and going back to square one. It's really starting over, or at least we're going to say the opportunity to start over, first of all, right? You have the opportunity to start over. That's how y'all got to start looking at things, right? The world is so negative. They paint every picture negative. That's probably why people got trauma. But we ain't gonna get into that. Yeah. See, I feel like you're this confident, outspoken, you're a leader. Like, some men may be intimidated by you if you're a woman and they believe in that hierarchy stuff or whatever the name is, honey. I feel like you're somebody who's independent. I feel like you're somebody who gets it done. You're passionate about things. You're very you could be inspirational, or you could like get inspired by things a lot. It don't have to be a lot. But you're the queen of action, whether you're a guy or, you know, gender biased by all means. It's just energy, a feminine energy. But I feel like this feminine energy was hurt. So they may be healing right now. But I feel like there's a lot of new things, new opportunities, fresh starts. Things that are also tangible. I feel like this is in really all areas. Even within, like I said, professional, personal, emotions, mental, however you want to say these things, right? And you're attracting somebody who's similar to you. I don't feel like you see a lot of things coming on this journey because some things are of mystery, right? You find out as you go, or you bump your head and you learn, or you just trust in the inner compass you have, whatever the case may be. It's a journey, it's an experience. And I feel like some things could be a path of illusion, mystery. The subconscious and intuition is very significant. But as I was saying, some of you guys, your life is just moving in the order that it is based on who you are, right? Based on your free will and the choices you make or don't make, the things that you are conscious of or not, right? Karma is literally cause and effect. But like I said, you're closing out cycles, ending chapters. Some of you guys succeeded at something. Probably was a milestone achieved. Scorpio, Gemini, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Aries, Cancer, Gemini, Libra. Could be significant. Somebody's indecisive. What's going on with this indecision? What's going on with the indecision? Something about resilience. Energy drains. What did I just ask? Oh, indecision. What's going on with this indecision? I feel like some of y'all, you need to just get out your head. Like, you've been resilient this whole way through, and I feel like you should keep using that energy to its ability. Maybe you just started stressing so much to the point to where, child, you got too much on you. You can't even carry no more. That's what it's seeming like. Especially, like, your energy is really, it's like drained. You've been through a lot, almost as if you just got done winning a battle or fighting in a war, right? Body drained, tired, still kind of on guard. Somebody could be injured for real, though. Like, someone could probably have, like, a sprained wrist or something, honey. The Hierophant is coming out in the reverse. See, some of y'all, you got to get your beliefs in order. That's why you indecisive as well. Some of y'all need to know what are your commitments, who you are, what are your values. I feel like you just need to get back connected to self. And I feel like using, like, your intuition, diving into introspection or subconscious, Yeah. Jonesy. But you have all the tools and resources that you need to get out of this space of indecision. I feel like, ow, the only reason why you're in this space of indecision is because there may be two separate paths or two separate situations or things that may be. Something can also be a distraction. Like I said, y'all just heavily, some of you guys who resonate with this message is just in self-limiting beliefs or restriction. And you're trapping yourself in your own head and your own thoughts. And you have to release yourself. You stressing out enough about this, about that, about this, about that. There's too much already going on in your life. But on the brighter side, and I just say that to let you know, child, you don't need to be making it worse for yourself because this is really self-imposed, okay? See, some of y'all are very deep-feeling individuals, nurturing, or maybe your mother figures could be significant, right? Some of you guys may live unconventional, non-traditional lifestyles, right? But I feel like this is a time, like I feel like some of you guys are not as connected to your spiritual or higher self as much. Possibly, or maybe you're going through this shift subconsciously. Maybe some of you guys, your beliefs has been shifting and you've been having a hard time with your beliefs or, you know, who you are maybe. And I feel like you're just still figuring it out. Like, damn, some of y'all be, like, you still on the journey. Like, some of y'all just got to get out of your head. Like, that's what I'm saying. Some of y'all, for the thinkers, y'all will think y'all way into insanity, honey. You got to stop. Because regardless, based on your actions, thoughts, beliefs, right, most people feel that's how you create your reality. So you need to build a life of inner peace. Now, sometimes you don't see the growth, the progress, etc. Maybe some of you guys have seen growth and progress for sure. You've seen results behind this. But sometimes you can't see it. So for those of you who feel like, oh, collective behind, or oh, collective not doing what they're called to do, regardless, you're shifting and coming into who and where you need to be, right? You're going at it at your own pace with your own thoughts, mental, free will, experience, right? So I feel like some things were just happening, like, not to you, but for you, right? And now, after that, it was up to you to shape yourself and, you know, create who you want to be and not what other people wanted you to be or what people told them to be. So, you are in control. You are an authoritative figure, or authority figures could be significant. Father figures, mother figures could be significant. Maybe some of you guys, there's something hidden when it comes to those type of dynamics, or something unseen. But I am seeing the Two of Cups. This is time to love. So I feel like you're attracting a lot of things at this time, although you may not be having the best energy or feelings regarding certain things, because I feel like this is the ending of a chapter, though. This chapter has closed out and a new one is starting, and you have the inspiration and the spark, the drive, the willpower, the control, the leadership. You have all the whatever tools and resources that you need, the intellect, the intuition, the wisdom. You have all the tools and resources that you need. All of this stuff that happened, this is you. This is self-imposed energy. You don't have to keep being affected by the things that happen with a lump sum of money, or the things that happen with family, or security within your family, or generational wealth, or a relationship. a marriage, your mother or father figures, like whatever it is, you are so resilient. You've made it through, you kept pushing through a lot of things and you still do. So my thing is, give yourself enlightenment. You have that big, beautiful brain with knowledge and wisdom and intellect, and you know, you're intuitive as well. So it's like, use your gifts and talents and everything else that you try to show to the world or want the world to see. Do that for yourself. You didn't come here to live for everybody else. You came here to live for you, honey. And you're creating your reality, whether you're conscious of it or not. As you're moving through life, your choices, what you do, what you don't do, who you love, these are choices. I feel like there's a divine masculine and a divine feminine coming up, where this could just be one person in their energy, balancing out the two. But I'm seeing this discerning individual who's astute. I'm seeing them enjoying the fruits of their labor, especially based on their own independent wealth, or just the rewards, reaping their rewards from, you know, the good Samaritan that they are, the ethereal soul that they have, right? Sagittarius energy coming out here. See, somebody could have been head over heart, or maybe you're in this authoritative, head over heart, justice / truth type of energy, leadership type of energy. It's heavy masculine energy. Maybe you're doing things. Maybe you're in authority, or making executive decisions and choices. But justice is here. Justice is here. You just got to nurture your mind, body, and soul so that you can be happy, so that you can be joyful, right? You've been through a lot of things that can harm a person, seriously. But I feel like you have to let all that go as if it never happened, because the past is the past and this is the present, and the past no longer exists. The only thing that still exists is some of y'all's memories, because some of y'all's hippocampus has been affected. So you're on this new beginning. You may not know, because what they say, a wise man knows that he knows nothing at all. Look at the freaking hermit. The wise man knows that he knows nothing at all. Always be, I feel like this energy, always be willing to learn, you know, or to grow, or to reflect and heal. Like, I'm not saying always look forward to having to do this, but I'm just saying, be in that space to where you don't mind. You know how similar to where people say, like, don't expect, like, don't have, what's the saying? It's something about not expecting an outcome. Yeah, don't expect the outcome or something. But anyways, just take that how it resonates. But you're on this brand new journey, and I feel like some of you guys, you may make silly choices or naive choices, right? But I feel like, or you're being encouraged to take a risk and take a leap of faith. Yep. Some of you guys are in solitude. You're a very wise individual. You could be going within, doing some inner research, seeking truth, understanding. The subconscious is really significant. Yeah, I feel like you're getting down to the bottom of something. Yes, see, you saying bye-bye to the life and lifestyle. I mean, to the people and the lifestyle that you were once living. The deceit, the betrayal, the lust, the envy, the matrix mindset and lifestyle. All of that, you leaving all of that behind. You weren't supposed to be on that journey or that path anyway. But like I said, when you get put into the world, and there's a world there's a world that already exists, and you start off as a little baby who's being taught, operate like this, believe in religion, do this. You're being trained, you're being taught things already. You're not like the girl who raised herself, right? The girl who was raised by wolves. Right? You're not like that. You've already come into a world that was already built, created. There was a whole governing system, government, a system, rules, you know. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like some of y'all are people who challenge authority anyway. I feel like you a thinker as well. You be figuring things out. Your brain just... So I feel like if it don't make sense, you not finna indulge in it. Like, but you are a person that gets your heart involved in things. So I feel like that's mainly where that energy come in, when y'all be getting involved into stuff. But you're overcoming a lot of things in your life, and I feel like a victory was had. I'm seeing you rising above enemies, and some of you guys probably feel like you don't have enemies because your heart can never hate anything or anyone. But people, that's what it gives towards how other people see you or feel about you. People who work against you and not with you, right? And I feel like you're literally victorious when it comes to those type of individuals. Their world is falling apart. And see, with who you are and with who they are, that's why it's a huge difference. Aside from the people who feel like, oh no, we're all mirrors of each other and da da da. Aside from all of whoever has those beliefs and they can't coexist with other beliefs, some of these people, too much ego, too much this, not enough this, too much that, lacks consciousness, etc., compared to someone who's ethereal, intuitive, psychic, etc. Y'all can go through the exact same thing, but the experience will be totally different. And what you take from that situation will be different, and how you move forward as well. It's not a competition. It's not a, ooh, let's see who can do this better, right? But sometimes that's how people see it. And like I said, these people are enemies. So like, going back to what I said, some of these people's lives are just gonna come tumbling down, and it's just gonna be out of nowhere. It's gonna happen quick. It's gonna go from one sunny, bright day to chaos, destruction, everything falling apart, bankruptcy, cheating, right? And I feel like y'all listening, something about your intuition is significant. Your strength. Yeah, keep on cherishing, keep holding those things close. Because sometimes we don't see the excellence and greatness in ourselves a lot. And that's why most people can't be alone as well, for other reasons as well. But when you start realizing how precious you are, how brilliant, how unique you are, you'll be stingy with your energy, and you wouldn't really want nobody to get in your space unless they were similar to you and could reciprocate the energy. Unless they were filled with truth and justice. Unless they were, you know, at peace, or they had like a calm aura, right? Not aura, but just personality of who they are, right? It wasn't messy, chaotic, destructive. It was safe, right? But there's some good news coming in. There is some good news. Somebody also wants to come in and offer you something. Or maybe this is you. You're on this mission of relationships, emotions, creativity. But if this is somebody else's energy, then somebody is wanting to come in and offer you something. And this may be from someone who's very emotionally balanced, stable, mature, intelligent, right? Yes, very in tune emotionally, very connected. They may have mastered emotions. They may be an emotional master, because this can also signify emotional mastery, but they could be a mentor and advisor. They could give good advice. They may not drink. they do, it's probably wine or something. I don't know. Some of them probably do. But so yeah, some of you guys, you're a bit stressed. You're carrying a lot of things that you just need to put down. If you put down all of this, because you're trying to carry so much stuff and it's not your responsibility, or you don't have to carry. All you have to do is just put it down or make it easier or lighter for yourself, right? You're going through major things in your life. And I feel like some of y'all experienced the tower, right? Some of you guys' lives, because yes, even good people like you can even experience tower moments, especially when we're operating from a space of being gullible or naive, right? So some of you guys' reality shifted quickly, right before your eyes, right? But I feel like some things were just fated, especially, like I said, because of our free will, the choices, okay? If you guys are wanting to get on the list, just let me know. There are $20 readings available, $35 readings, and $50 readings available. If you would like to go ahead and send in your payment right now, you can click the link in my bio, scroll all the way down to payment options, and choose whichever payment option is best for you. So some of you guys, this tower moment could even trigger a shift in your reality, right? You're shifting your journey, a shift in your wisdom, your subconscious, you overall. But I feel like some things were fated and destined, right? You still are the creator of your life. You're a master manifester. You can manifest anything. I don't know if you heard this before, but it's so easy for you to manifest. Don't forget that you have all the tools and resources that you need. Not just your energy, not just this, not just that. I'm telling you, it's really everything within. I'm not really feeling a lot of things on the outside, like, oh, money or this, but mainly things that you already have within you, like strength, resilience, wisdom, like those type of things. But it can also be things outside of yourself. If it is things outside of yourself, your spiritual team is letting you know that you have access to resources and other things that may be outside of yourself as well. But regardless of, right? But we're not talking about that. We're talking about something deeper. If you guys can't stay for this full message, it will be uploaded to my YouTube. All right, it should be uploaded. What is today's date? Today is the 8/8 portal, you guys. August 8th. We're in the 8th month, 8th day of this year. The year makes up the number 9, so that's why it's not the 8/8/8 portal. But something changed the whole trajectory of your life. Your beliefs, commitments, values probably changed. You probably became this rebellious individual, right? Non-conventional, untraditional. But I feel like, once again, things were just fated. It was destined. And I feel like some things had to be shaken up, knocked down, so it can be rebuilt in a way that it was meant to. Or in a way that is better than what it was. You're always experiencing new chapters, new beginnings. So it's not surprising if you've experienced an ending. I feel like you've come into a changed perspective, a new perspective, or you're heading that way, or encouraged to sit in stillness, pause, surrender, so that you can come into a shifted perspective. All right? Something about a sacrifice could be significant. Some of you guys could be giving things up, releasing things, especially so that you can be on a more aligned journey or path. Okay, some of you guys, you're in your solitude and you're going within, or you're being encouraged to. All right, shadow work, introspection, which is reflecting and stuff like that. Inner child healing will do you great justice, especially meditation. Okay? As you're on this path, it may be a dark path. It may be filled with illusion, or it may be filled with mystery, right? But know that you have all the tools and resources that you need. You are in control. You're able and more than capable of being this main character in your life. You are able and more than capable to be the one in the driver's seat when it comes to navigating your life. You are able and more than capable to live, exist, and not survive in this life. Because get out of survival mode. For some of you guys that feel like some things are hard and, oh my gosh, we need money for everything and I don't have enough of it, or these relationships didn't work out for me, or I'm trapping myself in my head, in my mind. Like, guys, make it work for yourself. Make things work smarter, not harder. You can be strategic and know how to navigate in this life by giving yourself enlightenment, by practicing mindfulness, by extending gratitude for the things that you already have and who you are. Some of y'all, that's the thing. You had to go through some ego deaths as well. But I'm seeing in the past, present, or future, new ideas, clarity, truth. Self-imposed mental imprisonment, recognition, public recognition, balance or two separate financial situations, indecision, curiosity, burden, haste, poverty, resilience, and letting go or walking away, as well as choices, deciding to stay or leave something. So like these things could have happened already, could be happening right now, or it's later to come, right? If it's later to come and it's more of a negative connotation, then maybe that you can just look at this as something that can be shifted or is being brought to your awareness beforehand. Because some of you guys, like I said, you're the creator of your life. Sometimes we blame everything else except for taking accountability for the way that our life is. Oh, collective got this incurable disease. Oh, collective is bankrupt. Oh, collective. But it's about the choices. And this is not to blame you. This is just so you can also see things in a different way. And I feel like that's probably what also is happening in your life. You seeing things in a different way, or got brought into seeing things in a different way. And all I know is I just feel like it's leading up to more greatness, to be honest. Just different, evolving, different, opening up, different, revealing or pulling back different layers of yourself. And instead of pulling back, it's not even the regular, like how you regularly would say that saying, oh yeah, pulling back the layers. It's more like becoming awoken or coming into new. Therefore, you can't pull back something that already exists, right? So it's something that's new and doesn't. But just take that how it resonates, okay? The Ferris wheel, the carnival, a fair could be very significant. The wilderness or outside, outdoors could be very significant. A house, a townhome, or a two-story house or something like that. A house on the hill could be significant. Lightning, cloudy skies could be significant. dogs, jokers, clowns, magicians, even those, what do you call those? I think it starts with an M. They mimic you, but I can't think of their, like, what you would call them. Old men, especially ones that looks like wise professors, like on Wizards of Waverly Place, the professor they had, the wizard, can't even think, but those type of individuals. Maybe it doesn't have to be the actual physical appearance, but it can just be a metaphor, and it could be an energy, right? Owls, crows could be significant. A library, candles, okay, a leash, a lake, a tower, a castle, Roblox, Fortnite, Apex Legends, Call of Duty, sport games could be significant. Maybe gamers or gaming. A judge, a lawyer, or someone in an authoritative position, a king, a queen, a throne. Something about primordial times, especially when they had the wars and they held up these tapestries or symbols of who they were or something of that nature. Like this thing behind the emperor, these things. I can't really think of what they're called. Okay, a printer, copier, fax machine, science. Especially you see those little those tubes, or not tubes. Damn, I can't think of those either. Oh my gosh, those was fun times. I almost forgot about those things. Okay, timers, thermometers, swords, coins, magnifying glasses, light bulbs are significant or could be confirmations for you. A crown, long hair, especially some hair that also can cover the eyes, like, or a hairstyle. Maybe someone purposely covered their eyes with it. Celebrations, beads, festivals, carnival, or Mardi Gras, trees, long hats, big hats, the early 1900s, or just those period of times, ships, nets, boats, beaches, lakes, water, hills, okay, podiums or stands or poles, even wooden poles that stand side by side. Knights in shiny armor, war movies, cowboy shows, plays, theater, improv, okay. Slavery, slaves, a worker, hard worker, horses, men on horses, churches, like religious places, religious, the churches are significant. You see these type of people, Amish people could be significant. You see these type of people right here? I don't know if you can really see it because the screen is kind of bright, but they have on like these certain old looking clothes. Let me see if I can turn this, because why is this brightness so high? They have on like old looking clothes, but you can't really see it that good. Okay. But those type of, that wardrobe could be very significant. Plays or movies, TV shows, acting, like that type of stuff could be very significant. Big buildings, schools, certain offices. What do you call those type of people? Like, it seems that they're of high honor and they have on these certain wardrobes. Like, this is similar like to what he's wearing. Like those type of guards, very significant. I believe they also govern the horsemen's I can't think of it, but that building that was behind him, like those type of buildings as well could be significant. Maybe school could be significant. Government buildings, protecting something. You could be trying to protect something as well. Protecting yourself, protecting your energy, protecting your values, the things that you own, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, it's pretty much the things that I'm seeing. Yeah, there could be two paths that somebody's indecisive about going down, but all you need to do is trust in your intuition. Apply your intuition, use your wisdom, use that inner compass. Some of y'all will probably have to go within, right? Meditate and stuff like that, because not everything is what it seems. Sometimes you be taking on things that you really don't have to take on simply because you be rushing into things. Especially the first thing that comes to your mind, you instantly trying to hop on it, like rush into doing it or act on it or something. But at this time, you just gotta trust your intuition. I feel like some of you guys are claircognizant or what is that, Claire? You get these intuitive downloads. So you just gotta trust in yourself as well. Split the deck at Labyrinth. This is the Two of Air because it's Aquarius, and Aquarius is an air sign. So I look at this as the Two of Aquarius or the Two of Air. Twos can signify duality, balance, etc. Labyrinth, it talks about many things. So if all of these things does not apply, it can be 1, 2, 3, or none of it has to apply, right? So only take what resonates for you. All right. Some of you guys is your mental and everything, your memory, that's being repaired. The pain, the sadness, etc., that's being healed. Like, even if you don't see it, it's literally happening. Some of you guys should also help move the process along even more by actually implementing certain steps, like taking a practical approach to things as well, right? The actual use of doing something. All right. Some of you guys have a situation to sort out, or that's just significant. Something could have been delayed. It could be complex to you. But remember, I told y'all, nothing is hard, and you have all the answers that you know all answers subconsciously, okay? Some of you guys, this is more of a spiritual quest. Some of you guys are finding yourself, navigating through life with your free will and growing, evolving, learning, experiencing, right? Some of you guys are going inward, and you may be lost and confused and don't know what's going on, but I feel like you're going to solve this problem. There's a problem to solve for some of you guys, and maybe that's because of how you look at things, but it's happening. All right, you're also in this Phoenix rising energy. This is the 9 of water or the 9 of Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio and Aquarius energy can also just be significant. All right. The Nine of Cups can tie to, excuse me, emotional fulfillment, wishes coming true. So I feel like the version of yourself that you've been waiting to transform into, and like you may not see right now certain things, or things may not make sense fully right now, but it will. It will. And I feel like God is going to continue to bless you. God is continuing. God is also flowing through other people to where they are coming and assisting you when you need. It's people like, say for instance, if you needed money, it's millions and tons of people who have money, and for some people there's also individuals, one by one, each person who has a lump sum of something as well, and they're able to be in this giver energy. And some of y'all, this could be you. Maybe charity work, volunteering, could be significant. Maybe that's your personality. You're a very genuine person. You will give the shirt off your back. All right. Constellation is coming out. This is the Three of Water or the Three of Cancer. Three of Water can tie to, remember I told y'all about celebrations and everything like that. It also can talk about gatherings, gender, what they call it? Graduations. What do they call it? But yeah, friendships, celebrations, graduations, weddings, baby showers. That's what I was looking for. It could be very significant. All right. There is support. Whether you're support, other people are going to support, there is support. All right. Some of you guys may be encouraged to network if you aren't already, or whenever you feel the time is right. Okay. You're being encouraged to socialize. Some of you guys, this will help something within your brain as well, or your nervous system, or something like that. Something about exchanging data. Maybe having intellectual conversation. Like I said, maybe talking to people, and it feels nice to talk to them. It's enjoyable, right? Because some of you guys, you're thinkers, right? You're intellectuals. You like deep communication, or maybe you're sapiosexual, or it just applies to how it fits. So energy number 5 or 2 and 3 could be significant. Energy number 6, yeah. To all the problems, there are going to be solutions, right? To all the questions, there are finally going to be answers, especially if it hasn't already, okay? The flag is here. This talks about achievement, recognition, overthrow, success. Well, no, it talks about overthrow, success, victory, winner. You guys are a winner. You've won something. I'm seeing conquest, mastery, bragging rights, carry the day, plans are coming to fruition, and king of the mountain. I'm telling you, see, sometimes you always figure out your way out of something, even if you're still sitting in the face of fear and confusion and worry, etc. Eventually, you get yourself out of things. And a lot of you guys, like I said, you are, some of you guys, it gives God's right hand, right? And God's not a person, right? A lot of us feel that, right? All right, we also got an urn here. Something about cremation can even be significant. All right, energy number 5, heavy Cancer energy. This talks about loss, death, grief, right? Collapse, breakups. Some of you guys are being encouraged to break up, right, with someone, especially if they leave you in confusion, or it's a complicated situation, or you want to talk to new people. Like, sometimes you just got to surrender. That's what we all need to do, learn how to surrender, give ourselves enlightenment about the things that we go through, because our feelings are valid, but also taking accountability for how we got here in the first place, our own choices. Not listening to our intuition could be a thing, right? When you focus on taking accountability instead of blaming somebody else for how you got here, then we can really stop sitting in victimizing energy or slowing ourselves down or constantly making excuses, right? But facing the cold, hard truth so that there can be change. All right? Because something's not working. Maybe in the past y'all felt like something wasn't working, so you had to make that executive choice and decision to decide if you was going to stay or leave something. Some of you guys could still be indecisive. But some of you guys, you're physically making that choice, even if mentally you don't feel like you know which way to go. But I feel like you know which way to go. Whether it's a path, okay, it's always paths, right? But when we go more into paths, is it the path of, should I choose this person or should I just choose myself? Because that's what you're really doing. Are you going to continue to drown, people please, self-sacrifice? Or pour back into yourself and save yourself? Because you can't tend to anyone before you tend to yourself anyway. All right, but something is over. Something could have been a setback, but I feel like right now you're on the top of the mountain. You're getting out of that maze, and some of you guys, you will make it out of that maze. Some of y'all need to do some cord cuttings. Write that letter and burn it, whatever, right? So that you can come into this space of freedom, high vibes, relief. Okay, get out of all this gloomy, sad, heavy energy, because that's what it feels like, heavy. You need to let all that stress go, because there's things to be happy about for sure. I just feel like you just got to let go, okay? There's an ascension here. If you got to see things from a higher perspective, okay? But yeah, some of y'all life is changing for the better, and shit is getting luxurious, okay? Some of y'all gonna be on yachts, I'm telling you. But I feel like you're also gonna be in an elegant spirit. Some of you guys are gonna be opening up. This says experiential wisdom. Emotional force, open up, experiential wisdom, honesty, intuition, perception, loyalty, the moon, subconscious mind, hidden things, divine, deep layers, developing character, period. Some of you guys are developing your character. And maybe the people that you came across, man, heavy Cancer energy, maybe the people that you came across, you helping them in their own lives as well. Because imagine if they never met a person like you. So I feel like y'all really be helping. That's probably why I channeled that God's right hand, because y'all really be doing God's work, God energy, all this stuff, godly shit, right? But yeah, somebody had them blinders on. They were oblivious to things, or they were just out of touch with themselves, their mind, who they were, their beliefs. All right, confirmation bias is here. It says resist clarity. This could have been people who you were also dealing with. People who had this victim mentality, who this connection be filled with confusion, right? Could be somebody who had a narrow focus. Tunnel vision is significant, but I feel like maybe you were the one with the tunnel vision. Maybe because you believe in the impossible, right? You're a daydreamer. Maybe you believe in unicorns, magic, have occult interests, right? Maybe you believe in the happily ever afters, right? The concept of family in its truest, most honorable form. So, but this is chess, not checkers, baby. So you're going to have to start learning how to coexist, co-create, not dim your light. see things clearly. Self-love. Because somebody could have been very narcissistic. Yep. It's probably why it was tension, or somebody was always ready to just go off or attack someone. And baby, if you was a Taurus or somebody that's harmonious or they peaceful, I could see why some people didn't want to be around or deal with certain people. The carriages are very significant. So yeah, it's been a long journey, but I feel like balance is restoring. And you're coming into new perspectives and freedom, right? And I feel like after experiencing life from 0 years old to however old you are now, it's time to evaluate options, all right? It's time to review, analyze, judge things, examine, okay? See clearly. Take a closer look, focus, right? Check the details. Growth. There's some low vibrational energy around. It could tie to a toxic situation or relationship. It can tie to betrayal, something that's poisonous. So just be mindful. This, like I said, this could have already happened, because sometimes past, present, or future energy is significant. You'll just have to take the messages for how they fit for you. So glasses are significant. Black widows or spiders. Once again, horses. The universe, the sky, the sun. Balloons. Family. All right. An orchestra or opera stadium or something of that sort. Music class, band could be significant. All right. A slingshot, Target, iPhone games. All right. Mirrors are significant. Big dresses like gowns could be significant. Or elegant wear. Elegant dresses, or just dresses, but not casual dresses. Letters, right? Ink pens, but the ones that were like back in the day where you had to literally dip the utensil inside ink and write. All right. Urns, flowers could be significant. We talked about deaths, so that could be significant. Entry number 555, 444 is significant. Heavy 555 energy for this collective for sure. All right, yachts, boats, pearls. All right, clams, shells, flags, whatever color it is, especially, yeah, whatever color it is. The universe, okay. The, I can't even think of it. All right, mazes could be significant. But space, that's what I was trying to think of. All right, chess or strategy games could be very significant. Hot air balloons, right? Or air travel. Travel that's by foot as well, even if it's on a horse, because you're not traveling by foot, but the horses are traveling by foot. Yeah. I feel like you're a very humanitarian, fair person. Like, you're for the people. You're for you're a community person. You're supportive, right? But some of y'all, I feel like you're coming to this conclusion. I'm seeing an outcome. I'm seeing you finishing first. I'm seeing an achievement. I'm seeing the final chapter endings and you feeling relieved at the end. Period. This is going to be highly likely to happen. Very likely. Yes, so you guys are literally coming into this. You're finding your way with no way, or with examples of how to live, or influences, on how to live right. But with who you are, which is a person that has unconditional love, and you're a person that's devoted, and you're attracting beautiful things for yourself as well. You went through a lot of crazy things, chaos, hurtful things, deaths in the family, etc., and you still managed to be on top. You in the face of your enemies, etc., you're literally on top. And I feel like you're attracting relationships that are going to, it's going to be filled with unconditional love. Like literally 999 666. Yep. And some of y'all could be attracting energies that some people may feel like is different in their elements. Like, oh, you're a Taurus and I'm a Leo, but we get along very great. But yeah, when you have similar values and awarenesses, or whatever the case may be, it can happen. It can click, real, recognize real. Some of you guys are going to be public speaking, or maybe that will be really good for you to do. Okay? Maybe you need to make something known or communicate. Maybe you're finally being heard, or maybe you're speaking up. Something about a broadcast or speak truth could be significant. News. Yeah, I'm seeing the birth of something new. Some of you guys, a newborn baby, a birth of a child could be significant. But yeah, it's time to get sleep. It's time to meditate. It's time to find relief. It's time to have a vacation. It's time to pause. It's time to rest. It's time to suspend. Some of you guys are waiting. Some of you guys are suspended between two things. You could be in limbo, or you could be in self-actualization. Some of you guys are on the way to fame. All right, I'm seeing you getting applaud. Like I said, a theater, being in the spotlight, or a performance. Maybe you're going to be watching some type of movie or show in person, or something of that sort, but you're the life of the party. You're the life of the party, and I feel like life is just going to get better for you, You're healing. Your heart chakra is very significant. Emerald crystals, or that color green, could be significant. Spiritual insight, power and strength, motivate, divine favor, holy. Yeah, whatever you felt like you did that wasn't of high honor or something like that, you got to stop beating yourself up about stuff, because for some of y'all, deep down inside, you are a good person, right? I just feel like you probably get into a panic, or fear or worry or anxiety comes over you, and you probably respond in a certain manner. Some of y'all probably be feeling like you're being punished because of something that was done, but I don't really think that's the case for some of you guys. Cats are very significant, especially the ones that just be looking so uninterested in life. They just be with these little mugs on their faces. You could be a water sign, or you can be an emotional idealist, which is someone who's like a healer, a counselor, an advisor, an author. Maybe you will be really good at these things. All right, but it's somebody who's emotionally connected, psychic, empathetic, intuitive, sensitive, heart-centered, someone who feels deeply, someone who takes things personal, right? I feel like that's just who you are. Like, some of y'all may have tried to change and it was not changing. Like, that's just who you are, right? But I feel like it's for a reason. Some things exist for a deeper reason, and sometimes you just gotta love who you are, right? Because nobody else can exist like a person as you. Nobody is the same, right? So I seen as a quote, or not a quote, but as a reminder that can also be your superpower, being different from everyone else, right? You see how the world is so segregated whole time. No, it shouldn't be that way, because we all individually can feel special about something. But you got the world bringing each other down. Oh yeah, this person is prettier than that person. Or this person, I'm smarter than you. And but like I said, I feel like you're going to be attracting the connections that are for you. Okay, just keep on vibing high. Don't let anything bring you down. All right, because remember, as you continue in life, you're creating every single second, minute, hour of your life. So make sure you're not stressing, because half of y'all got scarcity mindsets. You feeling like, oh, my finances low. I'm collective struggling, collective poor, collective this, it's like, damn. You got to ease up on yourself. You got to see, out of everybody in the world is so many critics, but you could be your worst critic. And the world is a crazy, nasty place at times. But so when you can be your worst critic, that should tell you a lot. And it only can come from probably being projected on or bullied or belittled or talked about or laughed at, whatever. Most of the world went through all of these things. Family issues, abuse, this, that. And the crazy thing is, collective do it to each other. Do it to each other. But then you have individuals like you who don't dish out trauma in the world. And I promise you, you and the other beings like you are going to come into union. That's why it's so many of y'all. Some of y'all feel like it's not many people like this, but it is. It's just y'all on your own individual journeys learning. And I feel like that is happening in a way that's deeper than we all think. Like, especially for a reason. Like, oh, it's a reason why you probably didn't connect with these people. And sometimes I don't feel like everything is that deep. Sometimes I also just feel like just in the way that life goes about, with our own free will, the things we don't see, the choices we make or don't make, that life just equals up to what it is today, and your experiences sometimes kind of shape you or mold you or give you a result of who you are today. That's why it's important to deprogram, to reprogram, to, go within and heal and love your shadows and, because the main thing that you should be doing in life is being at peace and overjoyed, right? But how can you do that in a world that's filled with this, that? It's easy. It probably don't seem like it, but it is, especially if you were operating as your highest self. But sometimes that's not. Sometimes you can go way up, high, and part of you can just come down. It's not come down as in, oh, you're going back to who you were at your pre-state before coming into this actual. No, it's not. That can never happen. Once you're woke, you're woke. But sometimes you can forget who you are, get challenged on your beliefs and start not believing in them. And then next thing you know, your whole world shakes up. But instead of looking at this as a ending that's bringing about a new beginning that you can see an opportunity in, you probably get scared and fearful and, oh my gosh, what's true? What do I believe in now? Or, whatever. Like, some of y'all just need to stop panicking and get out of your head, right? Because big things are happening, beautiful things are happening, but you will never see it that way if you continue to operate from a certain space. So remember, the best revenge is really none. The best revenge, I was going to say, is people no longer having access to you, or the best karma is walking away, or whatever the case may be. But let me rephrase, let me take all of that back, and let me just say this. You are going to reach the version of yourself that you want to be. You're going to experience the life that you always dreamt of. But as you get there in divine timing, for now, let's just try to keep on growing and evolving in a way that's healthy, in a way that we know is not a waste of time, right? Because if we're stressing over this when we know that God comes through every time and something always works out regardless, like, it's like training yourself, rewiring your brain, right? That's why I said reprogram to deprogram, because you've been taught, misled, misguided in the most low vibrational, negative ways. So now it's time to reparent yourself for your little self that grew up and went through all this turmoil and bullying and neglection from your parents or whatever your story is, right? But that's the thing, you have a story and you're the main character of that story. So don't allow people who came in who were just temporary and lessons, examples. Don't let this like change your destiny in a way that it wasn't meant to go, which is a destiny swap. See? Going down one path, but then just going to a whole nother destiny swap, destiny change, destiny shift, whatever you want to call it. But I feel like you have so much passion, you have so much spark, and I don't know if you feel it, but it's there. You're so fierce. Some of you guys could be having fevers, or if you feel your head, it'll feel hot. I'm telling you, you have a magnetic aura and everything about you. But it's one thing to say it and another thing to know it, feel it, right? If you don't know these things, or if 1 minute you believe in them and then you don't believe in them, like what's, you know? So just turn those weaknesses into strengths. Work smarter, not harder. All right? Remember that you have all the tools and resources that you need, whether it's within or outside of you. You can get where you want to be in your life, and you don't need help getting there. Just keep on having faith in God. Know that the invisible forces are working with you and not against you, and that you're always protected. There's huge change happening. Are you ready? You may feel inexperienced or naive in certain areas, whether it's when it comes to the action you took already, or when you do take action, or when it comes to your mind or thoughts, communication skills, the way you think, whatever it is. But my thing is, this is only a battle within self. This is only internal conflict. You got to work with yourself, honey. You can't work against yourself. You got to cut out all the negative self-talk. You got to release all the things that you feel like you don't like about yourself. Sometimes we don't even know we don't like things about ourselves, but that's why you got to go within and bring these things to the surface so you can tend to them. Because as you know, as you go through life and you know what they say, time waits on no one, it continues to move. So it's like next thing you know, you in 2025 and stuff from 2013 has already caught up with you, 2002, or whatever the case may be. $1990, 1856, whatever it is, right? So put an end to certain things. You're already putting an end to certain things. You're achieving certain things. Travel is very significant. Maybe you're being encouraged to travel. But yeah, let go of everything that don't serve you. The ending is here. So that means the new beginning has started. Something has already ended. The new beginning is right there with it. So grab it by the balls and enjoy yourself, honey. I'm seeing new friends, new romantic partnerships, new love, outpouring energy, especially after these hard times you didn't experience. Heavy on the 5-5 energy. But yeah, you about to come into connections with people who didn't hurt you. And of course, you're going to have people from the past trying to come back in and kumbaya and all like this. But they're still capable of hurting you. Want to know why? Because these are people who have to change. They didn't already come in the energy that you thought they were in, needed them in, wanted them in, deserved for them to be in. So why keep on waiting around for it? They're not a kid anymore. So 9 times out of 10, whoever they are now may just be who they're going to be for a while, especially if they weren't already a good person when you met them. Okay? So some of y'all just need to give it up. I don't care if that's your family member. I don't care if that was your childhood friend or sweetheart. Did they care when it was making them tears come out your eyes? They couldn't care. That's the thing. Some of them wanted to care. Some of them didn't give a damn to care. And others just didn't care, right? And sometimes that hurts you because you don't understand. You such a deep feeling, big hearted individual. You can't see that people really don't know what love is and can't give it to you. But since you know what it is and can give it to people, you feel like, nah, the impossible is possible. And da-da-da. Like, yeah. But let's not remember, let's balance out spirituality and practicality. Let's also be realistic. You're dealing with somebody who's already caused you trauma, and now you have to heal from that trauma. They haven't changed. You know, sometimes we just gotta accept the truth, face reality, and listen to our intuition the first time. Trust them true colors. Trust them true colors the first time. Y'all just simply had people who just was self-righteous, right? Y'all just had people who were envious, show-offs. This was their world and you were living in it. People who were just using you to feel better about themselves or to climb up the ladder of success. Like, you realize that people, that there may be people like you, but that there also isn't. Right? But that's pretty much the message that I have for you guys. Yeah, look, it says living in a fantasy land, illusions, not real love. Y'all think like you were living in a fantasy world, honey. That was not real love with them family members, them lovers, them friends. But see, all of that is going to be turning around for you now. If you haven't given me a follow, make sure you do, because you may never see my face again. If you guys are wanting to get on the list, $6 questions for a yes and no, or $10 in-depth questions. We got $20, $35, and $50 readings. All right, the link is in my bio. If you scroll all the way down, you will see payment options. Please let me know in the chat if you plan on getting on the list so I can stay on live. We got ending. So in the past, present, or maybe in the future, just apply it to how it fits for you. You're pretending that it's not ending, but it's time to let go and make a fresh start. Period. Wake Me Up Tarot. That's what I'm looking at. That's the name of the tarot. Wake Me Up. So it's Wake Me Up Tarot. So God, some of y'all purposely was telling. For those of you who believe you chose to come here and you picked out how you wanted your life and all this stuff, some of y'all knew that you probably needed to be one of those ones that needed those hard lessons, right? So some of y'all probably was like, look, when I go on this earth, if I'm not on it with myself and I don't get it together, please help me get it together. Don't give up on, like, put me in line, put me in this, put me in, like, just help me, don't, whatever I'm trying to say, honey. But it says controlling. See, y'all was dealing with somebody who needs to be right all the time, somebody who's possessive, somebody who's also jealous. And for some of y'all, this was a jealous lover, right? Very controlling. But for others of y'all, it don't have to be. See, your relationships, once again, it can be professional, personal, and if it's personal, it can be both platonic or romantic, right? It don't just have to be one or the other. So once again, some of y'all could be going through this now. You've experienced this in the past, or maybe it's to come in the future. And if it's more of a negative energy, some of you guys are being warned ahead of time, just so you can be cautious or aware, so that you can be able to shift, alchemize, whatever the situation. Yes, see, you have people who act spiritually superior. They're very condescending. This could be people who come off very preachy, right? Maybe that's how people felt with you. But the thing is, you were just irritating their demons. Because little did they know it takes two to get to any point, right? Because a person can step on your shoe. Either it'll go down in a fight, or either it'll go down without one. Either it'll be a peaceful situation after, or it'll be an uncomfortable, rude awakening, right? It all depends on both individuals. Because if somebody operating out of a low vibrational energy, I have in my own power to either respond in a low vibrational way or to look at it from a higher perspective and move forward with my peace, etc., without feeling like a victim to the point to where I'm feeling like, oh, they just got over on me, or oh, I'm da-da-da. Like, no. Right? Yep. It says your dark side keeps you from enjoying the love you have. Don't let it steal your joy. Yeah, see, some of y'all closed off. You're not emotionally available, or you're distracted, or you're, there was some type of hurt in the past. So I feel like the darker energies that you accumulated from these experiences may still linger. That's probably why you were encouraged to do the shadow work, because being in this space or still having this, not integrating your shadows or balancing out that dark energy from a traumatized, paranoid, worry, fear situation into a more wisdom, inner peace, forgiveness type of energy, then you probably will destroy your own life, just like you're destroying your own self, because that mental confliction or anguish or mental prison and the pain and constant thoughts and hurt and triggers and insecurities and all this stuff that still is with you from those times that may have even happened years ago, 3 weeks ago, or 2 minutes ago, is still of the past, right? That's what I'm saying. Some of you guys are coming into mastery to where you're having this down packed. Some of you guys, you probably already made it to that point to where you've mastered certain things. But as I told you before, like, what was that saying of hold no expectation towards an outcome or something like that? Like, just be in this free-spirited energy, okay? Liberation within the mind, body, soul. But yeah, that's the message that I have for you guys. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe or follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and my backup TikTok account, just in case anything happens to this one. The miracles are happening, okay? Expect the wondrous to emerge. I'm telling you now. See, a genie, Aladdin. Some of y'all need to make a wish because it's going to come true. Some of y'all need to ask the universe for exactly what you want, because it will come. This 8/8 portal, some of you guys need to do your manifestations and everything possibly on this day, or just start practicing mindfulness, like just using today and the portal's energy for like its influences to help more, because this is a powerful time, as every time of your life is, right? But for the numerology guys and gals and the astrology girlies or men, or, you know, the gods and goddesses of spirituality or whatever you want to call it, some of you guys, you believe in these things and you can use them to your advantage, all right? Because what you believe in, you bring to reality. So if you are going to have beliefs, make sure it is not of fear, restriction, pessimism, and anything else, all right? I'm a girly that likes to go with knowing things that I know is true, or whatever the case may be, but to each his own. But this is the end of the message. I had looked up and it was 8:08 a.m. on the clock, and today I keep forgetting the dates. Oh no, I didn't. It's the 8/8 portal. So August 8, 2025. It's now 8:09 a.m. and then we have a view. So yeah, the number 8, some people tie it to abundance and the infinity sign. I'm telling you, just wait and see. I kind of want to pull some of these tea leaves, but the live, I don't know if we can get the live to, let's see, If we can get the live to 5K, then I'll pull some tea leaves. Even 3K. But if we can't even get it to 3K, then yeah. So if we can get the likes to 3 to 5K, I'm going to pull some tea leaves, which is more my fortune telling energy, and we can see what's to come. But if not, then I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next video. Alright, or you guys can get on the list, or somebody can send in a donation for the collective, and we can pull some of those if we don't make it to the likes, right? So I'll give you guys a few minutes. But let me know how the collective resonated with you if you want to share. If you click the link in my bio and you go to my website, you will see an area that says comment. Okay? If you want to leave your feedback there, I would really appreciate it. Don't forget, you guys, make sure you go outside, especially when it's the first thing when you first wake up. I remember when I had fell asleep doing laundry and I thought my clothes was mildew, so I hurried up and got up when I woke up because I realized, oh my gosh, I fell asleep. So I ran to the washroom area. They were fine. And when I stepped outside, you know, this was when your eyes couldn't even open. When you fresh sleep. I'm telling you, I woke up, I didn't even know I was asleep. Got up quick, went outside. The sun instantly hit me in the eyes, the skin, everywhere. But within 1 minute, within 30 seconds, especially if you count like 1, 2, 3, that woke me up, and I literally had felt, well, really I woke myself up, but I'm pretty sure it did wake me up even more. And it also made me feel more motivated for the day and filled with energy to get stuff done, or to really just exist. Hell, you know, sometimes you just wake up, you just be tired or something, or like I said, some of y'all could relate because y'all in the reading, like we talked about, the physical drained energy, like your body is just tired and drained. So y'all know what I'm talking about. But honey, that's why, because I speak off experience, that's why I'm telling y'all, when you first wake up, right when you about to get a stretch in, get out the bed quick and go outside. And that's going to probably help you have the most inspirational day ever. Or creative, action filled. It'll just give you a boost. Like, yeah, it'll just give you a boost. Even if it's feeling happier or whatever the case may be. But all right, you guys, it seems that we cannot get this live to 4K. Wait, did I say 3K? I think I said 3 to... See, I can't remember, honey. But my little puppy, stop it, girl. Y'all see how she keep throwing her freaking snout on me and like moving my arm? She's trying. I think she want to go outside. Want to go potty? Want to go potty? Okay, stop. Okay. I'm just trying to. Oh, do y'all see her throwing her little bitty head back? And then, girl, she just wants some loving. Okay, come on, we gotta go outside. Come on. All right. But anyways, thank you. If you guys want to get on the list before I get off of live, just let me know. If you want to get on the reading later, you can send in your payment now, and I'll just do you a private reading, or I'll just come back live later. But I'm gonna go outside. Where the heck? Okay. Child, I don't even. But yeah, the fortune telling cards, that was just extra. I really don't need to predict anything, because like I said, this was the energy of encouraging the way that you look at things. Instead of predicting, oh, this is how it's going to be, it's giving you the energy of, no, create your life as such. Like, if you ever dreamt of a life where you become wealthy, or like all these things, first believe that it can happen, and also balance out spirituality and practicality, right? Know that the impossible is possible. I'm not saying that that's impossible, but and just, dang, I kind of lost my train of thought. But just believe that it can happen for you. All right, but this is more about expecting good things instead of, because it's coming naturally, especially because of who you are and what your energy brings. I just wanted to get, sometimes I'll be a little extra. I just be wanting to get some more stuff, but it's really not needed. Like I said, if y'all need to rewatch this video, I'll just upload it to my YouTube. All my videos, probably not every single video I ever made in life, but majority of them are on YouTube. Okay, so make sure you guys do subscribe to that. Like I said, if you need to find my payment options, website, anything like that, content, other platforms, you just click the link in my bio. All right, but if you guys do want me to do those type of card spreads, like I said, somebody can donate for the collective and we can do those. At first it was, if you guys give me to 5K likes, I believe. I cannot remember. At first I think my live was on probably like 2 something K. And I was like, maybe if we can get to 3. At first I said 5, I think. And then I was like, even 3. I don't know, honey. But if y'all want me to stay on live a little longer and pull some of those tea leaves to get some fortune telling in, somebody can send in for the collective. Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, said 5 and then 3, because when I seen that we was kind of a little far away from 5, because I didn't know if this collective could get me to 5. That's why I was like, I'll just say 3. And I was like, if we can get, to 3, or something like that. I said something like that. But y'all end up getting us to me to 4.1K. I appreciate that. Yeah, that creates the number 5 as well. 4, 5, 6, 6, 7. Y'all could be seeing these different numbers. 7, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9. I'm telling you, especially 5, 5, 5. 5, 5, 5. Very significant. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. My mouth getting dry, so that means I need to let y'all know, drink water. Okay, change your diet. Start getting on them berry diets. The strawberry, not cranberries, the strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, berries. All right, if you don't have seeded watermelon, eat a papaya. I think, did they say the seeds in a papaya can help with parasites? What the, I can't even see. I'm telling y'all, it's this brain. I'm getting it together. All right, but if you have like coconut water, that gives you minerals and vitamins. Regular H2O don't do that. It just hydrates you. So hydration plus minerals and vitamins, good coconut water. All right, maybe drinking from an actual coconut will be good, but if you trust the store-bought items, just look on the back of their ingredients and make sure that it's 100% coconut water. All right. Other than that, make sure you stay grounded, journal. Those shoes you got is raggedy as hell. I don't care if they Jordans. I don't care if they, whatever they is, they raggedy. You wanna know why? Because you can't feel the earth at all. So take them damn shoes off and put them toes in the grass. Go hug a tree. I'm telling you, all these things literally help. Being outside more in nature and everything like that. Getting some sun, going for a little walk, or just being surrounded by the trees and the birds and everything. That do some for sure. So just make sure you're implementing these things into your life if you believe in those type of things or whatever. You winning in life when you're doing things that helps the mind, body, and soul. So work on your physical body, even if that's doing little exercises every day, because keeping those bones healthy and everything could, you'll be happy that you did. Your bones gonna thank you. All right, and for those who want to stay out of nursing homes, start now by no longer eating meat and all these other things that give you parasites. Eat food from the earth, okay? If it ain't got seeds, I don't know about that. But I mean, hey, I don't, because everything has seeds in order to grow stuff. Most of it, if not all, starts with seeds. So, I don't know. Just use your discernment. Some people, they don't see the difference. They like, if it ain't got seeds, it don't got seeds. But other people, they feel like, nah, I need them seeds. But yeah, do your inner research, do your outer research, do your research. I'll see you